Hey you guys, so today is going to be my second to last day at my current job as a psychiatric crisis worker. Um, I put in my notice like 2 days ago. I know you're supposed to put in a 2 weeks notice, but I couldn't. I couldn't last another 2 weeks. So I literally gave them like a 5-day notice. Pretty much everybody else in the office already knew that I had one foot out the door, and a lot of them have one foot out the door too, so they really need to do something about that. But the supervisors and everything didn't know. They knew we had some concerns and some complaints, but they didn't know how close we were to being out the door. So today and tomorrow I'm going to be packing my stuff at work. I am supposed to be starting a new position in a week, like a week and a half. And that's just going to be a care coordinator position. And because with that opportunity, I will be able to get my substance abuse counselor in training license. So I'm like, that's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I haven't had the opportunity because in order to get the SACIT, you have to have a position where you're working with substance abuse clients, and you have to have a CSAC. So that's I think that's the certified substance abuse counselor, I think. So you have to have one of them sign off on your license and everything in order for the state to approve it. But in order to get that job, you have to have a SACIT. So it was hard to, it's just like that never-ending wheel. Oh, you can't get a job because you don't have skills. You don't have skills because you didn't go to school, but you can't go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. And I was lucky enough to find a position where I'm able to get that certification without having the certification. Like, it's so weird. Like, how do you expect me to get it if you won't give it to me if I don't have it? Like, it's so weird. But anyways, found a company that'll be able to sign off on that, and I can get my certification. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Let me try to explain it one more time. Many substance abuse jobs will not hire you unless you have the training license, but you can't get the training license unless you have a job in the field, in the substance abuse field. But like I said, they won't give you a job in the field without having the training license. So it's just really hard, and you have to find somebody that's willing to work with you and will hire you without it, and then they'll sign off on your paperwork so that you can get the training license. Then once you get the training license, you can begin working towards your hours, so you can get your hours signed off on and get your other license. So I don't know how long you have to work with the training license, but after you do that for a while, you can get your non-training license. I forgot what I think it's just the SAC, substance abuse counselor. And then after you do that, then you can get the CSAC, the certified substance abuse. It takes all day to really think about it. But yeah, it's 1 o'clock. I don't have to be at work until 3:30 to midnight. I will be so happy to not have to work 3:30 to midnight again. Like, I hate this shift. And then tomorrow I switch with a coworker, so I'll work 7:30 to 4. So when I get home tonight at midnight, I literally just have to go straight to bed, or I'll take my shower first and then go straight to bed so that I can get up at like 7 and be at work. Not at 7, get up at like 6:30 so I can be at work by 7:30. So I mean, but I don't mind, because I don't want to work 2 midnight shifts back to back. So I was happy she switched with me. I'm talking way too much, so let's just get into it. What am I gonna miss most about this job? The ice machine, of course. Doesn't get any better than this kind of ice, I swear. So this is how my desk currently looks as I'm trying to decipher which papers I should probably keep and which papers can be thrown away. Honestly, most stuff can be thrown away because I probably won't need it in my new position. But like some stuff, I'm like, maybe I should keep it. Stuff like this suicide assessment paper, and just like little stuff, glossary of mental health terms, stuff like that that maybe might come in handy at a different position. I'm probably not gonna take everything out of here tonight, like my little personal stuff over there. I'll probably take it tomorrow. Just because tomorrow I'm working AM shift and tonight is PM shift, and I don't really want to be lugging all that stuff at midnight when I leave. And by the way, it's 10:32, so I have an hour and a half to go. Like, can we just hurry this up? Like, I'm tired. I want to leave. So it's my last day at this job, and I'm pretty much excited to be done. My supervisor really wants me to be pool, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to be done and move on to my next position. I don't want to still feel like I'm obligated to come here, even if it's just once a month. So I don't know about that whole thing. Like, they already approved me for pool, but I don't want to do it. Like, you know, when you feel like you're done and you've sort of ran your course somewhere, and I haven't even been here that long. Like, I have not been here that long at all, but I just feel like I'm done, and I feel like I should be moving on to something different where I feel like I can be of more assistance to people, and I feel like I received all the training that I need to be successful, because I truly don't believe that I received enough training here. And that's part of the reason why I have so much anxiety when I'm at work, because I'm like, also, which I didn't mention, I'm here by myself today, and I was here by myself last night. So imagine being pretty new to a job, being by yourself, and kind of being thrown in situations where you don't know how to handle it. It's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Who do I call? And especially when you work on the weekends, which is what I'm working, the weekends, and last night was a PM shift, it's really hard to get a hold of somebody. Whoever's on call, it's hard to get a hold of people because they feel like, well, it's the weekend, they can turn their work phone off. So that means Deja is stuck at work with nobody to call if she has a question about something. And I don't want to bother my coworkers because they're on, it's their day off. They shouldn't be bothered with taking phone calls because there's an employee who needs a little more assistance. You shouldn't be put in that situation in the first place. New employees, because I'm less than 6 months old here, new employees should not be left by themselves, especially in a position like this. Like, I understand we're short staffed, but like, y'all got to do something about that. But anyway, I don't have to worry about it anymore after today. I just wanted to come on here and just sort of give y'all an update. Like I said, they want me to do pool. I really don't want to, so I'm pretty much gonna like clear out my desk. I had to rig this up here because there's no way to like put push pins deep in here, like, because there's like cardboard, not cardboard, there's like wood behind this. So it was actually hard to put this up here. And I got this from Target, by the way. It was like $5, the whole little set. Well, it was like $5 for this piece, and then the other pieces were $5 together, so $10 altogether. And then this is my hand sanitizer, so yep, it's coming with me. I'm obviously taking my picture is this picture of me, but I'm gonna leave this one here. I might leave a few more just in case I do decide to come back and do pull. Then I want to have just like a little something, a little color or something. Everything else is coming with me. I'm not sure if I should leave my what you call this, my little mouse pad and the drink pad. Maybe I should leave that, or should I take it with me? I mean, it belongs to me, but I'm wondering if I should leave it here if I come back. I'll probably take it with me. So I just packed all my stuff and loaded it in the car. So this is officially my goodbye to this job, and I don't plan on ever, let me stop. Let me not be so dramatic. I don't plan on coming back. I know my supervisor wants me to do pull, but I don't think so. I think when you've made up your mind that you're done, then you should just be done. Don't try to drag it out. Don't try to do any of that. Just be done. What's interesting is my coworker said that she's also going to be leaving too. So pretty much everybody's leaving. And what can I say? When your staff has expressed to you that they're like unhappy with things and you don't do anything to address the concerns, because before I started, like I said, I've been here, like I think I hit 6 months like next week. That's how long I've been here. That's it. Like right when I was just starting, there was a bunch of people leaving, and that was red flag number one. I should have saw that. Like, why are all these people leaving? They're just not happy. And I don't think I've ever actually explained what the job is. It's Psychiatric Crisis Worker position for children's mobile crisis. So if a child is having some type of crisis that's mental health related, we would get a phone call asking if we could come out to the home or to the group home, to the school, and sort of like de-escalate the child and provide resources, do an assessment, kind of go from there. So most people that you talk to, they'll say, oh, I love my job. I love it. And that's the thing. Like, we're in this field because we love what we do. We love helping people. That's not the problem. It's not the job. It's just the way management handles things, and just sort of the way we feel like we don't have any support at all. And this job is supposed to be done in a pair. So you should never have to go to somebody's house where it's a potentially dangerous situation. You should never have to go alone. You're supposed to go with another person. But how can I go with another person if I'm the only person working? So I always feel like I'm pushed into these situations, and I'm nervous and I'm scared, because I'm like, what? You don't know what you're walking into. Somebody could have a knife, a gun, anything, and the only thing we have to protect us is a phone and a notebook. That's it. I saw a post somewhere that said social workers are expected to go into homes or into situations that police officers would never go without a partner. And I'm like, that's honestly so true. So like, we're telling you, like, please hire some more people, because why are we doing a 2 and 3 person job by ourselves? And then you're expecting us to get all these additional things done on top of like our normal house visits, all these other things you want us to do, things that I felt like I was never properly trained on. I'm expected to get done now, and I'm like, when am I going to receive my training for this? There's some jobs where you're in training for 6 months, and then that's when you can be able to do things on your own. This job is supposed to be like that. That's what an old coworker told me. You're supposed to be in training for like 6 months, but they didn't do it. I was in training for like a week, and not even that. So I definitely feel like I didn't receive my proper training, and I was expected to handle things on my own. And I even was in a situation where I was training new people. How is somebody who's less than 6 months old? That doesn't sound right. How is somebody who has only been at a job for 6 months training other people? No, that's not how that works. That's not how it works at all. But anyway, I've talked enough. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to be done with this job. But before I'm officially done with this job, tomorrow there's supposed to be a staff meeting. It's supposed to be to discuss our concerns. So I am going to jump on that Zoom meeting and, you know, hear what everybody's saying and state what I have to say, because at this point everybody knows that I'm leaving. I don't even tell everybody. Well, okay, let me rephrase. I told people that I was thinking about leaving, but I didn't say for sure I had a job at the time, because I didn't have the position at the time. I told my supervisor the other day that I was leaving, and then within the hour, she had already spilled the beans to other people at the job. And I'm like, you didn't even give me the opportunity to say my goodbyes to people. You just told everybody that I was leaving. Unprofessional, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I'm going to go on that meeting tomorrow and state my concerns. It doesn't really matter because I'm leaving regardless. I don't think they're going to do anything about our concerns. They're just going to listen and pretend to care, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
One of the things that with moving to hourly, it was so that if you did not get a lunch break, then you were compensated for not having a lunch break, you know, having to eat on the go type of situation. Is that what you're speaking about in terms of a lunch break?
Yeah, like being able to take an actual one, though, not eating while working.
Well, like I just shoveled in my lunch in 10 minutes in the time we've been having this meeting. That's
I didn't
my
even go on pause and I haven't had a lunch.
Right, exactly.
So, no, I get it. But, I mean, if you're on a call, if the time is not there, I can't create the time, like just being very transparent. I would ask that, you know, you take whatever opportunities that you can. So say, for instance, like Julie, you work 7:30 to 4. And like, say, for instance, it's 11 and it's a little bit quieter to take your lunch at that point, because in the next 20 minutes, it could probably be very hectic. So just trying to, like, you know, take them when you can and making sure that you don't punch out.
So I didn't get much of the Zoom call, but that little part that I got about the lunch breaks is still important too, because basically the company makes you punch out for your lunch break, even though you don't actually take a lunch break. So essentially, you're trying to find times during your busy shift to sit down and eat, but like you really can't sit down and eat if you're like, you can't focus on your lunch if you're still like answering calls or you know, worrying about other things, getting in paperwork. So my thing about a lunch break is I'm fine with the working lunch, just don't charge me for it. Like, you can't deduct that from my time card if I didn't get 30 uninterrupted minutes of a lunch break. And then one of my coworkers brought up the fact that because we go out on our home visits alone, a lot of times we feel like we don't receive the training that we should receive because there's no supervisor or nobody with us. Like, there's no psychiatrist or no doctors, no counselors. Nobody's going out there with us. So, like, if we're looking for some supervision, you know, who do we get that from if we're on the calls alone? And she basically brushed it off and said, well, that's the reason why you guys were chosen, because you had experience in this field. But no matter how much experience you have in the field, you should still get the proper training that you need when you start a new job. Like, it doesn't matter how many years you work at Burger King. If you go to work at McDonald's, they're still going to retrain you because this is a new job and a new system. So I didn't like that. But anyways, I don't have to deal with that anymore. I've already started my new job and it's something that I enjoy doing. It's not something that I plan on doing forever, but it's pretty decent. And I've learned not to take jobs that are urgently hiring, because a lot of times that's a red flag. So thank you guys for watching this super chatty video, and subscribe if you want more social work related videos.